Technical.
Fun with the internet tonight.
Life insurance is one of the most important financial products you can purchase.
Well then.
Yeah. Just read it as it is. All right. Call our meeting to order. Welcome to the regular public council meeting for Monday, November 10, 2025, here in the town of Torbay. First thing, new business. Councilor Manning.
Pass.
Councilor Pollard.
Congrats, kudos, accolades, whatever, however you want to pronounce it.
Okay.
So,
Councilor Witten. Councilor Goss.
Pass.
Councilor Martin.
Thank you.
Deputy Mayor. And I got a thanks. Okay. Did you want to get on the Q&A, Jimmy? No? Okay. All right, can I get a motion to adopt the agenda as amended, please?
so moved.
Second?
Moved and seconded, all in favor? Aye. Opposed, carried, thank you. First item on the agenda is regular public council minutes from the 27th of October. Can I get a motion to adopt, please?
So moved.
Second?
Moved and seconded. Is there any errors or omissions? See none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you. Conflict of interest, pay mine to your sheet that you got there. In case there's any item, that- if you heads up, raise it at the time when the motion's coming forward. Proclamations, presentations, Q&A. We have a proclamation for World Planning Day. Deputy Mayor.
Proclamation for World Planning
Turn on,
Days.
turn the mic. There you go.
Proclamation for World Planning Day, Saturday, November the 8th, 2025. Whereas November 8th is being recognized as World Town Planning, an international practice that has been celebrated worldwide since 1949. And whereas the Newfoundland and Labrador Association of Professional Planners, NLAPP, an affiliate of the Canadian Institute of Planners, CIP, recognize this day to raise awareness about the professional planners and celebrate their accomplishments and influence on their communities and the environment. And whereas change and growth is constant and affects all towns, including the town of Torbay, and where the town of Torbay is looking to address the housing crisis in an inclusive way, and whereas comprehensive planning, such as currently the ongoing municipal plan review, our plan is our plan, your plan is our plan, can help manage and direct this change in a way that is substantial and provide better choices for use of resources and economic development, as well as how people live, work, play, and do business in the town. And whereas World Towning Plan Day represents an opportunity to reflect on the vast accomplishments of planners and to encourage curiosity and collaboration in solving modern challenges.
Therefore, I, Mayor Craig Scott, do hereby proclaim the 8th day of November 2025 as World Town Planning Day in the town of Torbay. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments?
I just want to stress the importance for everybody to stay involved with the town plan. There are a lot of things that go on in a town that's growing and has some historic property, shall we say, around, or you know, a smaller town and towns that weren't necessarily built in a good planning mind in the first place. So I think it's important for people to have this opportunity now, because it's going to be something we're going to lock in for the next 10 years and make sure we do a good review of it when it comes back to the table and address any of the issues that we know about from listening to the residents and things of that nature, so we can get them built into the plan sooner than later. Thank you, Your Worship.
Good points. Any other points? I think I'd just like to stress to what Councilor Pollard said about the fact that our town plan and regulations, our development regulations, need to be flexible for a town like ours that's old, that's been built. And I think it's kind of funny when I look at this, that World Town Planning Day wasn't actually adopted till 1949. I figure when Newfoundland joined Federation. They figured things were planned here so badly that they needed to make a day for it. So I think Julia wants to have a couple of words on this one, and I'll pass it over to her.
Thank you, Mayor. And in addition to all the awesome things that the town of Torbay is doing on all fronts planning, I'm also wearing a second hat as the president of the Newfoundland Labrador Association of Professional Planners. And in addition to multiple proclamations that are going on in different municipalities in the province, we actually have award ceremony planned where we have a guest speaker that is presenting, and this is all happening on Friday. Speaking on planning for inclusive growth, addressing the needs of new residents, and that's by Dr. Tolulope Victoria Akarele, who works for the Treasury Board Secretariat with the provincial government. And the other thing we're doing, and prompted also by what you were saying with when Newfoundland joined Confederation, we're handing out a couple of awards. One is the Jack Alston Memorial Award, and Jack Alston was actually the first planning director with the provincial government, and his family actually always attends this ceremony, which is lovely, and that goes towards media excellency, so media reporting on planning items. And the second award is Community Builder Award, so that goes towards organizations or individuals who assist with building community in Newfoundland and Labrador. So that's all happening on Friday, November 14th at CBS Town Hall, subject to registration. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. Thank you. That side. Presentations, we have none. Question and answer, we have none. Mayor's report. I'll just give, I guess, a quick update. So I attended the Remembrance Day ceremony at Holy Trinity High School on Friday, and I know that Deputy Mayor attended Thursday at Holy Trinity Elementary, and Councillor Whitten attended at Juniper Ridge Intermediate on Thursday. Thank you guys for doing that, and it's always great to be able to go to the schools and participate in the things they're doing, and it's nice that they invite us to go. So whenever they invite us to go do things, we should make an effort to do it, and I'm glad that you guys were able to do it. Thank you very much. And thank you to the schools for inviting us and involving us in those things. I did have an opportunity at the high school to meet the new mayor of Pooch Cove and to have a chat with the new old mayor of Balleen, Chris Dredge. He was mayor when I first got on council, and then now he's mayor again. So that was nice, and to see other members from our area here, or members of council, and MHA Wall was there too as well. So it's always nice to be able to get out to those things and have a chat with those people. So that's that. Business arising report, November 7th. Any questions?
Just the regular one. I don't want to put Mark on the spot because I know Sandy is not here, but the update on the water, I think we've been kept pretty much in the loop on it from Brian, and that just the meeting with the minister, I think, is of prime importance. I don't know where that stands. If someone can find out what response we got from her office to a meeting that, so we can follow up on.
We got, I could give you, so we got a response back, it's probably a couple of weeks ago now, and she was in the process then of trying to arrange us a meeting with other departments to talk about the funding arrangements and the opportunities for us to avail of more funding. There might have been a misunderstanding there at one point, and I know that Kerry had spoken to the people from CHIF, because they were planning on having a meeting with us, and then I figured, well, there's no point of us meeting with you. We already know we got your funding, and it's additional funding that we're going to be looking for. And I guess with that in mind, the budget was presented last week. Of course, it's not passed yet, but they did announce another significant amount of money in terms of infrastructure, and I think the type of infrastructure that we're looking to build should fit right into their mindset of what they want to do, and we'll be asking about that too. So that's about as much as I can update without getting any kind of response back yet from the minister's office. But I also reached out to Minister Tibbs. He's our new municipal affairs minister, to let him know that I'm going to be actually reaching out to him in an official capacity, looking for a meeting to talk about issues that are important to the town of Torbay. And I'll keep MHAL involved in all that too as I'm going forward, as well as council.
Yeah, I just feared that the urgency is on our side and not on everybody else's side. And that's the part that bothers me, is that we have so little control over what we need to do, and it's in everybody else's hands, and we're just sitting there waiting for someone to respond to us, right?
It is. It's I guess it's the frustration sometimes of being in the municipal level of government when you're trying to deal with provincial and federal.
And while we're on that as well, if we can ensure, and I know Julia will follow up with the land use for the watershed, and we also need what their rollout plan looks like if Great Pond goes ahead, and to finalize what the land requirements are in general, so we know, so that when the project is a go, we're ready. We don't have to wait for us to catch up to everybody else. If they happen to say, yes, move ahead, let's make sure we're ahead of it all when we start.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's essentially what I want to say on the water issue.
Yep, agreed. Okay,
Oh, sorry, one more thing.
yep.
Our communication around what is transpiring now in the water, we're so sensitive. I know I had a reach out from a resident on the weekend, and they were actually shut down with water, but they couldn't find out where to go to find out what the story on the water was. If it was due to the clogging of they lost, well, Ready Drive, I know, lost water.
Yeah.
And maybe other areas of town as well. But I was at a loss myself to know where to go to find out emergency after-hour numbers, who to contact, who's gonna respond, things of that nature. I just wonder if we can take a review of that and bring that to the front and center again, so that residents have a go-to place any time of day.
Yep. Yeah, can you make a note of that, Mark, please? Thank you. Anything else?
Thank you. Sorry.
All right, anyone else? All right, thank you very much. So we have some correspondence here, one from Municipal Assessment Agency, nominations for urban director. They closed,
I have an extension from the mayor.
we got an extension on that. So, which one is it, the one that we're eligible for, Kim? Urban, right? So if anybody on council is interested in serving on the Municipal Assessment Agency Board, this is one that former Deputy Mayor was on, right? And let Kim know, do we need a motion of council?
Nomination,
Nomination. How long do we have, Kim?
tomorrow.
Till tomorrow. So is anybody interested in serving on that board? We can do a motion right now to approve your nomination. You would? Okay, Deputy Mayor is interested, could I get a motion?
So moved.
Move, seconder? All in favor? All right, opposed, that was easy. So Kim will send on that,
I actually have the motion comprised with the deputy mayor.
oh, there you go.
She's a moderator.
Oh, my. Yeah, there you go, excellent. Next one is from the Office Commissioner, letter to mayors and deputy mayors and council from the Office of the Chief Privacy Commissioner. Introducing municipalities to our office, ATIP, this is just basically them reaching out to us to let us know who they are. We're gonna be doing some training on this anyway, as part of our mandatory training, so that's just there for your information.
So is this the mandatory training we're doing in January?
It will be part of it. One of the modules is ATIP, yeah.
Is ATIP. However,
Yeah.
this is a little bit outside of the ATIP legislation, and the Office of the Information and Privacy sits on its own. They are letting us know that if we wish to have some type of training facilitated with them, we can. So we can discuss that internally. It's just information purposes only today.
So we would, this discuss it at our next Friday.
Sure, we certainly can,
Mm.
or I'll send out an email to see the interest of,
Right.
council.
If council's interested in doing this training, we can just get it set up. All right, thank you. Next one is a memo from the town clerk. It requires a motion to destroy the ballots, right, Kim?
Yes, ballots and election material.
Okay. So we need a motion for that. Someone do that, please?
Make the motion that all ballots are destroyed from the last election.
All the motion's in there.
Motion's there.
Oh, the motion's there.
Yeah.
I'll second it then.
I'll read it then. Further, Section 59 of the Municipal Election Act, that the ballot boxes and associated material related to the 2025 municipal election held on October 2nd, 2025 in the town of Torbay be destroyed. So moved.
Second.
Didn't I just say that?
Moved and second. Well,
Condensed version.
seconded by the deputy mayor. For these motions, we gotta really be specific on the section of the act that we're using to do it. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. All right, next one. Memo regarding committees of council, motion required. There is a motion there. Somebody want to do that?
I can read it out for you.
Go ahead, Rhonda.
As per Section 47 of the Towns and Local Service District Act, 2025, the Town of Torbay adopt the council standing committee structure and meeting schedule for 2025 to 2027. Committee appointments will be revised after 2 years. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay. And the committee structures are attached. One thing that's not in there yet, and it's because I never had an opportunity to speak to the CAO, is the committee that I want to strike for special needs.
Yes.
And once we figure out what the terms of reference will be around that, we'll bring forward a motion probably at next council meeting. Alrighty, committees, council. Planning, land use, development, deputy mayor.
Okay, do you want me to just go over the items we discussed, or?
Yeah, you can, I mean, you can just go through it. What you did last time was perfect.
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago now. The recommendation. The committee discussed the application and had no objection to the proposed home-based office at 5 Poundside Drive and concurred with the department's recommendation that the application be brought forward for conditional approval.
Thank you.
Therefore, the following motion is tabled. Motion to conditionally approve application BR 2025-012 for the operation of a home-based office in association with a contracting company, project managing business at 5 Poundside Drive Lane, in accordance with Regulation 33 and 90 of the Torbay Development Regulations 2015-2025, pertaining to discretionary uses and the development being subject to meeting standard conditions for the operation of home offices in Torbay and as outlined in the attached report.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay.
And the next motion? Motion to issue an order to the property owner of 10 Streamside Lane requiring the removal of the original existing accessory building in accordance with the Urban and Rural Planning Act 2000, the Torbay Development Regulation 2015 to 2025, more specifically Regulations 6, 7, 21, 38, and 87, and the conditions of permit C 2018 to 098, issued May 27, 2020.
Second.
Do the other motion had to be done first?
Well, I think that up to you, but there was definitely
There's-
one beforehand.
Two, yeah, there's two for
But they're
Streamside
separate-
Lane.
Separate items, yeah.
Okay, so it don't matter which order they go in?
Not from my perspective, I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, moved and seconded. Any comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Don't forget to vote, Deputy Mayor. Opposed? Carried. So just pop back up, there's another motion there for,
The first one?
yeah, B.
Okay, I've already read that one out.
No, you read C.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They go hand in hand, Deputy
Yeah.
Mayor.
Okay. So we're talking about under section B?
Yep.
Okay. Motion to issue an order to the property owner of 10 Streamside Lane and cease and desist business operations and to remove all commercial construction / snow removal / property maintenance equipment from the property in accordance with the Urban and Rural Planning Act 2000 and the Towns and Local Services District Act 2023 and the Torbay Development Regulations 2015 to 2025, more specifically Regulations 6, 7, 89, and 90, and the RLL Land Use Zone Table, more specifically Conditions 10, E, and I.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. All right.
Okay, I did the next one, C.
D.
D. Okay. Motion to amend the Torbay Property Standards and Maintenance Bylaws 2025, more specifically Appendix A, Section 17 and 18, as attached and as follows in accordance with Section 8, 1 of the Towns and Local Service Districts Act 2023. So Section 17 refers to a 10 working day timeline in response to the first notification issue, and Section 18 refers to a 7 working day timeline if appropriate action is not taken or an acceptable plan submitted to the town. So moved.
Second.
All right, moved and seconded. Any comments?
I just want to note that this is for, relates to timeframes only, and nothing else in the regulations have changed at this point in time. Not to say that they don't need to change, but certainly this is only in relation to the notification timelines.
Okay. All right, any other comment? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.
And E is a motion to accept the Torbay 2025 permit listings for the weeks ending November 5th, 2025 as tabled. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. Any other updates you want to give there, Deputy Mayor?
No, not that I can think of offhand.
Okay. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, next on the list, admin and HR. Counselor Goss.
Thank you. We met on November 3rd to discuss. Second, my computer is zipping along. The seasonal hiring of our snow clearing staff is underway right now, and we hope to be complete in the next couple of weeks. We've also advertised the recreation customer service representative position in the town's website under the careers section. That closes today, which is November 10th. We will be reviewing the applications for that, and a further update will be available when those decisions are made. Just an update on the automation project. The unionized members, the non-unionized employees have already been uploaded now. The next phase of the project is the ununionized staff being introduced to the system. A further update will be given to members of council once it's available. There are no motions.
Thank you very much. All righty, corporate services.
Thank you, Your Worship.
Counselor Pollard.
I won't go through all the payroll amounts or anything there. They're there for anybody's reading and check register. I'll go right to the invoices over 5,000. So these invoices need approval. The A. Harvey and Company Winter Road Salt in the amount of $143,563.47. Ackland Granger for the school, SCBA actually, annual service fees for $5,330.95. Brentag Canada Inc. chlorine gas for water treatment in the amount of $8,944.76. Canada Life for group benefits for November, $14,786.03. CIBC Mellon pension contribution for October 2025 in the amount of $31,506.64. Emco Supply for culverts for repair in the amount of $6,107.88. Fever Lane Enterprises for the public land inventory in the amount of $16,100. Excuse me. GFL Environmental for monthly garbage collection in the amount of $66,572.01. GFL Environmental for the fall cleanup in the amount of $6,758.46. H&M Paving for the round 4 of the patch paving that you see going on around is $47,460.50. Receiver General of Canada payroll remittance to the 31st of October for the amount of $35,932.68. Stuart McKelvey, the Housing Accelerator Fund, in the amount of $5,920.20. Stuart McKelvey for the Scenic View Subdivision Stage 2 in the amount of $12,209.55. And Supernova Fireworks as a 50% down payment for fireworks for this year in the amount of $5,000. Town Suite Municipal Software e-permitting module for planning in the amount of $8,452.50. And another one here for Triware for prepaid support in the amount of $5,750, all totaling $459,726.36. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Next one refers to there's a motion here for the Canada Housing Infrastructure Fund. We spent a fair bit of time discussing this around the table at a number of times, I guess. So resolved that the Town of Torbay approve and sign the official agreement with Canada Housing Infrastructure to address the drinking water infrastructure issues within the Town of Torbay. The agreement is to establish the terms and conditions whereby the Federal Government of Canada will provide funding to the Town of Torbay. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Questions or comments?
I just want to say that there's still a lot of work to be done around this whole project, and we're still at the very initial stages of this, and we're essentially locking in the funding from the federal government, and we determine our path forward now to see where we can get some additional funding and everything else to mitigate the commitment that is associated for the town's perspective.
Get our comment?
I'd like to a big shout out to the staff for getting the CHIF fund, putting it together. Not an easy task. It's not something that's easily done. So a big shout out to all the staff involved for that.
Thank you. Yeah. Deputy Mayor?
We are asking now to pass this signing of the agreement. So I just want to ask, please, if our town clerk can record the fact that I won't be voting in favor of it because I don't think transportation should be only giving us 75% of the cost for the cleanup. I would ask council and staff to aggressively reach out to the Minister of Transportation, Steve McKinnon, and our Member of Parliament, Joanne Thompson, as well as Minister Chips, as you've mentioned, and MHA Jody Wall, because I believe that Transport Canada is the ones who are responsible for the contamination. I find it hard to swallow that they are giving us 75% to clean up and asking the taxpayers of Torbay to ante up $9 million for a mess that they messed up. So, I don't feel I can, I see that, yes, it's necessary to sign the papers, but I don't feel I can actively support it because we're only getting 75%. Thank you.
Okay, all right, thank you. Any other comment?
Do I get a redress?
What?
Do I get second comments? I don't go?
Yeah, you can after I,
Yeah, you okay?
after I have my brief little one. I
You
think
don't
that,
cover.
I think that, the sentiment that the deputy mayor shares, I agree with. And we've been aggressively pursuing additional funding for this project ever since we, started down this road. I think that the fact that we got 75% funding in this CHIF agreement is significant because the federal government never usually gives more than 50. In this circumstance, they did contaminate our alternate water supply of South Pond. And we do have significant issues in the town with regard to PFAS contamination. I think this is a step forward, it's a big one. And it's going to enable us now, when we do go for additional funding, to say we have this funding in our hand and we need this additional funding instead of going and looking for all of the funding at once. So for that reason, I'm going to go ahead, I will support this and look forward to meeting with Minister Thompson, Minister Wall, Minister whoever I got to talk to try and get more dollars for this project and for other projects in the town. So with that, I'll hand it. Anybody else have any other comments? Or
Yeah.
Councilor Pollard?
And thanks, you covered majority of it. I think we're all in agreement, although we'll either say yes or no to it at the present time. I think we're all on the same page. I know personally I would never agree to allowing $9 million go on the back of the town as it stands, so we know we're gonna go out and look for more funding. So I think that's important. I think the thing is, we'd also don't wanna risk losing what we have on the chance that it might never come our way again for whatever reason. And we know we gotta push the feds to make sure that, you know, more money comes our way for this, because it is an ever-expanding issue from where we originally had put it on the plate to go ahead as a water supply, so.
Yep. All right, with that, I'll call the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you. Anything else?
So ends our report, Your Worship.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, economic development, tourism, history, and culture. Councilor Whitten.
Thank you, Mayor. We met on November 3rd at the History House. There's a few items discussed in our economic development. We had some issues with the Business Week initiatives. So we're looking to schedule some events over the coming weeks. A business networking session with council, lunch and learn event on hiring and working with newcomers. Our original date had low registration, so we're going to be looking to do that again in the future. Our History House Annex proposal, we have an update. We have received an updated quote from SEA Contracting, which has been forwarded to ACOA and the province. The proposal will be assessed over the coming months, and we are seeking 50% from ACOA, 25% from the province, and we are contributing 25% as a town. The total estimated cost is approximately $700,000. Our regional transportation project public engagement session with Torbay residents has been completed. It was well attended with 28 participants. We will schedule a virtual engagement session in the coming weeks. Feasibility report is being finalized and will form part of the capital asset proposal, which should be ready for the spring. Our Bradbury Memorial, the update, we're going to engage with the committee on this and with the goal to have a smaller, more affordable memorial that will be installed inside History House based on the same design. Regional Tourism Plan, this is something that we'll focus on over the winter. with the following milestones: regional engagement with Killicoast communities, businesses, including the local chapter, and community groups, a framework for a regional marketing strategy, and a pilot project to develop and promote experiential tourism products for the town and region, such as a day in Torbay or a picnic on the beach. For marketing and communications, just want to know, everybody know the Christmas Guide is available, and it is available in print and digital formats. The budget survey had 300+ responses analyzed and is distributed. We'll make the results accessible on our website and social media. History House preparations are underway, and the Festival of Trees, so everybody keep that on their calendars. It's going to be beautiful. Everything is in place for Remembrance Day. Hopefully the weather continues to cooperate. We have no new business, and that's it.
All right, thank you. Any questions? I just have one comment I'm gonna make about within our marketing and communications. I've been talking to Cameron and David, and they have been actually going up and engaging the residents at North Pond Manor and Kinston Manor and bringing them up to guides and everything and showing them what events that we had planned. And the feedback from those two places has been tremendous. They really appreciate us going up there and doing that extra little piece there to bring them the guides. So to Cameron and David and Carrie, whoever's involved in that, good job, thank you. Alrighty. Moving on. Infrastructure, Public Works, Councillor Manning.
Thank you, Mayor. So we met on Tuesday, November the 4th, and with the water and wastewater projects, the water treatment North Plan, it's all there. Phase 1 and Phase 2, the funding has been concluded. Now we're waiting on Phase 3. So if an application has been submitted for the funding for the total amount of this phase, and we did receive notification that we've moved to the next stage in the funding application. The RFP for this project has gone to 3 proponents selected for the RFQ process. So 1 proponent withdrew, and pilot project has begun with, and the RPF is due to close in February, with construction starting in spring, summer 2006, and project completion in 2027 and early 2028. Land acquisition process has been started, and a portion of the parcel of land owned by the province has been transferred. And we've received a letter from the minister, and private property owner has agreed to the town's proposal. So the Great Pond Water Project, it's all there, and we just approved the agreement there tonight, so that's the motion it's referring to there. And provincial protection documents are being worked on, so we're working towards, as was just a little while ago now, try to get the rest of the funding provided more from the federal, and work with the provincial government to come in and help out with it all too. Now, North Pond water levels, you can see it all there. Over the weekend, well, actually now we had a little update there that the levels are rising and gained just over 12 inches since Friday. So right now we're moving in the right direction. But also to the weekend there was issues with the water and material clogging it. So, and that had to do with, my understanding is, certainly the low water levels, but also the high winds. And so the material was clogging the intake pipe. And that's why we had the precautionary boil water order put in place. And the directors, we've decided to keep this in place for about a week or so until pond levels rise and get away from the clogging effect, hopefully with the water rising. Now, we do have a diving company coming in on Wednesday or Thursday to clean up the silt around the intake valve So that should help certainly with the clogging there too. And so, you know, there's work being done on all ends here. And as part of the water treatment project, we will extend intake. The intake will go deeper into the water, which should, in the future, correct this issue. So that was the most recent update that I had received. Wastewater testing and requirements. Testing and flow monitors continuing at the outfall. Let's see, let's go down to the trail development. So bypass road to the bridge area, license to occupy has been approved. And that was the main thing that the director was waiting on. Trail in Eagles Nest area. Planning department is close to having the deed for the trail completed. So this trail most likely will start in 2026, once we get that, the deed done. Flora Drive down to Indomia Line. The director's working with the Grand Concourse Authority to see if the room is there to fit a trail. So, and he'll also be meeting with adjacent property owners for their input too. And trail to Colonel Amherst Monument. The work on these trails have now been completed. 2025 projects. It's all there, and as you can see, the sewer pipe repair on the bottling line, there's only one provider working on a date to repair. We may have to defer this to 2026 due to temperatures. Valve replacement at Flemings Hill and Torbay Road, that's going to be carried into 2026 and due to the water levels. Backwater valve replacement at lift station 1532 Torbay Road. Budget for this year wasn't enough, so we're going to carry it into 2026, and certainly seek more monies for it. And the other two are ongoing. Canada Community Building Fund. Let's see, where are we to here? Consulting portion of the project was awarded to Englobe Corporation. So a tender for construction has been advertised with work to commence in 2026. Listing of the streets there being paved for this project is listed there. And the budget is noted there. So the project will be tendered with 6 bids being received, committee reviewed recommendation letter from Englobe Corp, and agreed to put forward a motion to award the project to Dexter Construction. So I'll read this now, the motion. That the 2025 Torbay Roads project be awarded to Dexter Construction in the amount of $999,488.81 HST inclusive. This amount, together with the associated consulting fees, keeps the total budget cost within the approved budget. So moved.
Second?
Moved and seconded. Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Let's see, waste collection and treatment system of feasibility study. The project has been awarded to Stantec, and work is ongoing. Timeline is 6 to 8 months for this. Let's see. The EV feasibility study is completed. Consultant is cluing up last portion of the required items for the project, one of which is a public meeting, so that's to be scheduled. And this project was funded through FCM and will serve as a foundation for future EV purchases. I wanted to read this part out. Without this report, the town would not have been eligible to apply for certain EV-related funding opportunities. So basically what this is saying is that the study was funded by FCM, but by us doing that has it opened up doors with the possibility that we can, as a town now, look at EV vehicles and compare the pricing and see what our options are feasibility-wise, and it gives us an extra option, which could prove to work in our favor or not, but that'll be at the time. Panel replacement at lift station 216 Marine Drive. Contract was awarded to Cal Technical Services, and project is waiting on delivery of some items. The budget for this project is $65,000. Contract was awarded for $31,045.58. And there are a few other items to do with the station in relation to this project, which will use up the remaining budget. One more motion there, was that too now? Thank you. Okay, so, and everything else is there now. If you have any questions, certainly, the ones that I'm not going to read out, you can certainly ask. I'm going to go down to the last budget is stormwater mitigation. Huh? Thank you. It's a lot of talking. So this is a motion to extend this project. Sites being worked on are noted there. Documents have been reviewed, and we're awaiting permit approvals before issuing a tender. So, motion to request that the timeline for the storm water management project number 17-MYCW-22-00067 be extended to December 2026. So moved.
Second?
Moved and seconded. Comments? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
So if there's any more questions, I'm going to leave it at that. If there's any more questions now, please feel free to answer. I may have to direct him to the director, but ask away.
All right, any other questions? Great, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Recreation, Community Services, Councilor Martin.
Thank you, Mayor. Myself and Councilor Witten met on Tuesday, November 4th with Director Martin. Staff right now are actively planning winter programs. We got an update from Director Martin on the maintenance about the outdoor sites, including the softball fields and the soccer fields. We went over operations and some budget, but we spent a lot of time talking about the Christmas events. As you can see, there's a fair number of Christmas events that the town of Torbay is having this year. Christmas card competition, Pictures with Santa, downtown shopping excursion, wreath making, tree lighting, and Christmas cookie decorating, Christmas concert for the Janeway, breakfast with Santa, nighttime Santa Claus parade, community skate, seniors Christmas party, and the New Year's Eve fireworks. Most ticket sales for most of these events went on Friday. I believe breakfast with Santa is completely sold out, and the rest of them are starting to get some good numbers. The seniors Christmas party tickets go on sale for that on November 21st. They try to stagger opening dates. A lot of our seniors like to come to the Common to purchase their tickets. So to alleviate breakfast with Santa and the seniors to one time, we set the dates back. Hope it works. And that was it was a quick meeting, and that was that.
All right, thank you. Any questions?
Seniors Christmas party, that is in the Commons, obviously gymnasium, okay, thank
Yep.
you. Yep, perfect.
Okay, any other questions? Good, thank you very much. All right, liaison committees, Atlantic Mayor's Congress, I don't have any update. Intergovernmental Affairs, I basically gave an update earlier that I'm in, well, we got a new government in place now in the provincial government, and I'm reaching out to the ministers who affect us the most, which would be infrastructure and works and municipal affairs. They keep changing the names, so I'm kind of up and trying to figure out who's who and what's what, but okay. And we'll reach out to them, make sure that we're on the radar. We're probably going to get the opportunity to speak to the Premier and some of the ministers when we go to Cornerbrook for another conference. they usually attend, and we could request a meeting. Last year at conference, I had a meeting with Minister Hutton. They usually set up meetings at that time to talk to us, and we're gonna have a number of us there, so I'll reach out to the Premier, see if we can set up a meeting with him or some of his ministers during our time out here in Corner Brook to take advantage of that opportunity, get a face-to-face with them. So I'll do that. Jack Byrne, Councillor Pollard.
Nothing since last time, Your Worship.
Okay, thank you. Torbay Volunteer Fire Department, Councillor Marin.
No meeting since the last time.
Okay, thank you. You got an update, Jimmy? No. Oh, you're good? Urban Municipalities Committee will be meeting the day prior to conference in Corner Brook, and I'm sure that after that meeting, Deputy Mayor will have an update for us when it comes back after that.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Definitely. Okay. Notice of motion, we have none. New business, Councillor Pollard.
Thank you, Your Worship. I guess everyone knows I'm proud of the Rocky Isle Singers, and that's not the reason I'm bringing it up. We did a concert last evening at the St. Nicholas Church, and I just wanted to speak to one thing. It was done for Remembrance Day. It was a Remembrance Day concert, so I think we did 9 songs. But one of note was the last song that was done, or second last song before the Ode to Newfoundland was done, was written by Derek Diamond. As everyone knows, Derek is our outreach counselor with the History House, and it was called Unknown No More, and it was actually a song that he wrote and did the music to, relating to repatriation of the unknown soldier, essentially. And it was very moving. I mean, there was people in tears in the front row and stuff because of how well it was done. And so I just wanted to provide, kudos to Derek on that. And I think if we get the video, it's worth everybody's while to see it. And the concert was well done. Like I said, it was packed, and it was very, very moving. So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who attended that and supported it, and shout out to Derek for that great piece of work. And I think we should all be proud of from Torbay and actually in Newfoundland perspective overall.
Excellent, thank you. I know Derek has another song that he wrote about the town of Torbay too. That's a favorite of mine that I like to listen to.
Would something like that be good to have at, well, not tomorrow's ceremony, but certainly next year's Remembrance Day ceremony?
Yeah, well, possibly. I depending on which songs we sing. I don't know. We actually do many songs that it, but it certainly wouldn't hurt to think about that. Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't hurt to.
Nice touch.
Because I mean, it is. I mean, it was very. I mean, you had to be there for when Derek. I mean, Derek even skipped a step when he was there because the folks, some of the veterans were there, and was it Frank Sullivan for the repatriation of the unknown soldier. He was there as well. And sorry if I got this first name wrong. It was good, like I say. So yeah, it would certainly be in addition to the celebration for sure. Yeah.
And maybe we could reach out to Donna and put that on next year's schedule, perhaps, if certainly if Derek is interested. It'd be a nice touch.
All right,
Good suggestion.
thanks. Councilor Marin.
Thank you, Mayor. I had attended a meeting last week at the History House with Donna Norvey, and she asked me if I would be interested in being the Master of Ceremonies for Remembrance Day ceremony. So wearing a new hat, an old hat, but a new hat again. So I gladly said yes, providing that former Councillor Tapper wasn't offended, and he was not, and he was at the meeting, so I was allowed to do it.
Good. Well, I mean, he had big shoes to fill, Scotty, when he took over for you.
So I was 13.
Did it?
Is it?
Okay, thank you. Oh, looks like it's back to me. All right, so first of all, I want to thank our staff for all the work that you've been doing over the last couple of weeks. We're right in the midst of budget time, so it's a lot of extra work has to go in. I did stop up at North Pond this morning when I was up and watched our public works staff out in their little boat. cleaning the silt off the intake pipe, and I think I want to expand a little bit on that to explain to people exactly what the issue was on the weekend when, with the high winds and the low water volume, the amount of silt that's built up in the pond under the intake pipe, it's only within a few inches now. Usually it's probably a meter or between 3 and probably 2 and 3 feet below that, so it's not usually an issue. When it got clogged, we lost the water for a short period of time. Then when it started to flow again, that's the reason for the boil order, because we lost chlorination in the water for a short period of time. The first burst of water that would have came back out wouldn't have been chlorinated. So automatically, we put a boil order on. The town has the ability and the obligation to put a boil order on when something like that happens. The town does not have the authority or the ability to remove a boil order. In order to get a boil order removed, you had to have 3 successful days of testing. They're submitted to the government every day, and then the government will remove the boil order. But we're not in a rush to remove that now and then only turn around and have to do another one. So our staff are working diligently on mitigation steps that we can take to try and pump some additional water into the pond. The rain that we're going to get is certainly helping. But don't know if it's going to be enough. We'll see. We're none of us are fortune tellers, I guess, or tell the future. But once we get our test results back from the bodies of water that we're testing, and then we'll figure out how we're going to go from there to try and make losing that pond as a water source is it's not a step that we can have. So we have to do everything in our power to prevent that from happening, because we don't want that well, we just can't have it happen. I don't know how more clearly I can say it. So we're doing everything that we can, exploring all options to make sure that that doesn't happen. And our staff are doing a great job in a, I guess, trying time to work with that depleted water supply and try and get that back up to a space where we can feel comfortable over the winter that we're not going to have any issues. I also want to say congratulations to Mr. Nicholas Pine. He's the son of our Director of Corporate Services, David Pine. He was the recipient of the Municipal Assessment Agency Clara Simmons Memorial Scholarship this year. So these type of scholarships are available, open to relatives, children of municipal employees to be able to apply on these. And congratulations to him. It was valued at $1,000, and it's great to see one of our own staff's children getting one of these things. So congratulations to him. David, you're should be proud. All right, and I think that's it. And thank you, council, for the hard work that you've been putting in the last couple of weeks. We're going to be spending many hours together over the next several weeks, going over the budget, get that finalized for hopefully before Christmas, and hopefully we'll still all be friends after. I'm sure we will, but that is all I have. Got any questions, Jimmy?
I have one.
Okay, hang on, now we gotta get you on the Q&A, write down his name. All right, what is it?
And all the other towns, like having like the fire fit
Competition.
why are we not putting our names in the hat, and like CBS had it, now St. John's got it, and are more people are putting their hats in and
Right.
trying to get it. Like, if we got a big John Carter spot in Jack Arena, why can't we do it?
We could, I guess. I've never ever, I don't know that council has ever been asked by the fire department to host it. Maybe you should go back and ask the chief. I'll ask him. All right. That it?
Is it?
Oh, thank you.
You're a
So it is a good question, Jimmy, and I'll ask, yeah, Scott can go back and ask about it when he goes back to the next fire
Absolutely.
department meeting.
Yep.
There you go, look at that, see?
Look
Solid.
after you, Jimmy.
Perfect. Alrighty then. So, next public council meeting is scheduled to take place Monday, November 24, 2025, at 5 PM right here in the town of Torbay. And with that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, carried. Thank you very much.